Unlike most of its neighbors, the Lusitani are not just a tribe, but a people, separated from its Celtic neighbors by its own distinct culture and language. United for their security and their mutual gain, the tribes of the Lusitani have long inhabited the fertile lands between the Douro and Tagus rivers in the west of the Iberian Peninsula, and on the very edge of the known world. Although secluded in the west, the Iberian world has started to change, and the Lusitani have to defend their place in it if they seek to survive. From afar, the Lusitani have watched how the invaders of both Carthage and Rome have exploited the weakness of the eastern tribes and expanded into the region. Now the two powers eye each other with growing hunger, and a violent clash is imminent. The Lusitani must grow in strength, or they too will be swallowed. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sin Saints, and welcome to the day's new series that I'm planning on starting. Hopefully, it goes well. Just something to do besides Total War Arena, and I was thinking about what do I want to do. Obviously, there's a lot of mods out there for various Total War games, and I decided I'd want to do one for Attila. Uh, but I don't like how Attila is. It doesn't feel very diverse. It feels very stale. So I picked up this mod called Ancient Empires to play. Uh, to give you an idea of reference, this happens usually if you're playing the Roman campaign. It starts at the end of the Punic Wars, so right after Hannibal is defeated by Scipio Africanus, thereabout. Uh, so I decided I wanted to play it, but Ancient Empires changes the game a little bit in making morale and your troops' level of tiredness and stuff actually be significantly more important than it is in the base game. So in some ways, it's like Divide et Impera for Rome 2. And I wanted to pick a faction that wouldn't necessarily have an easy start. So I decided I'd play as the Lusitani. In particular, they're the only Iberian faction that you're able to play as in Ancient Empires. Sorry. So, uh, our goal for this campaign is to control Hispania, to form the Spanish country. Maybe because of that, we're going to have to force out Carthage, maybe even Rome. So we're probably going to have some big battles, and from there we'll probably see how things go. We might push up into France a little bit, into that area. Maybe we'll push out towards the Italian coast. Maybe we'll push along the north of Africa into Egypt. I haven't quite decided that far ahead yet, but we'll see how things go. So I'm just going to start off this first little bit of the campaign, and we'll go from there. So, at our main settlement, what do we even have? We got this car. That's actually hurting. I'd like to turn it into a devoted farmstead, but I'm not going to be able to right now. We are at -7 public order. I don't see anything that we can really do to help that right now. Who controls our land? Imereta. Ooh, that's going to be a tough fight. And Serpa. So we're probably going to start expanding here. I think we're probably going to push towards Serpa, and then we'll push up into here. We have nothing we can do there. Let's take a look at our faction here. 68. This is our current High King. even though his father is still alive, which is something a little bit questionable. Low loyalty here with Bagarok, who is our general. You're just a statesman and the High King. You also don't have a wife, so this is something we need to do right now. We'll start with some land laws for this first turn, and then we'll go up and start doing some of our military tech. But for starters, we'll start off with a little bit of civic research. That's right here.
For the tribe.
Let's check out what we have here. So we have some tier 3 spear infantry that we can get already. Interesting. Good morale on them. Some don't really know why we have so many that we can recruit right off the bat here. I kind of want to. We got the economy for it too, so I might as well spend this first turn preparing an army. So I only really want to spend about a turn recruiting. Let's get some spear infantry. How many slots? Oh, we can only fill up 2 slots. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. Let's upgrade these units. And we'll end this turn like so. Still assign a provincial governor. Actually, let's have your brother, maybe? He's very popular. And he'd be a really great commander. Who else do we have? You know, it might actually be best to use you for this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what your... Great popularity. You also improve morale. Doing something. Hey, look, our Imperium's grown. Not that that's particularly important for us, but still.
Warriors all. Yeah! Ah!
Okay, we're probably gonna have a nice big battle pretty soon.
Warriors all!
So we can see what they've got now a little bit. Well, tier 1 infantry, that's good. Some skirmisher cav. We can't see much else. We are ever so slightly, actually we're not ever so
For the
slightly
tribe!
outnumbered. We are greatly outnumbered right now. We have, what, 12 men? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. It will take them at least one, maybe two turns to get to us. Um, by then we will have some good spear infantry, which will be nice. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get many of our slingers or our cav. They do have a lot of cav, so that could be a problem. But it doesn't look like they've got much for infantry, hopefully, because of this amount of cav. That, coupled with the fact that we have a garrison, we should be more than capable of handling them, at least off of this initial assault. Um, right now, we don't really have anything else to do, so we'll just end turn. Oh, an unassigned skill for our governor. Excellent. What do we want to do here? Increase local sanitation, decrease native discontent. Uh, let's work on that sanitation, get that up real quick. I don't actually know what our sanitation is. It's currently at -1. Hopefully next turn that'll change. It's for the entire region though. I think. No, it's just for this one area that we control. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. What is this? Olive oil. Nice. That's a nice thing they got there. Oh, there we go. Rome should control like the eastern coast of Spain, so we're probably going to end up at war with them at some point. Here we go. They stopped short. Either because of their movement range or because they're not quite sure of their ability to take us on.
Thirsty for battle!
So it shows that we will be reinforced by the city. I want to see if they will fight this or not.
For the tribe!
They will fight it. So we do have ourselves a nice big battle. They have a lot of swords, some spears, a few slingers. Um, we do find ourselves a little lacking in the cavalry department, which is unfortunate because they do have a heavy host of it. But what we do have are tons of spears and some pretty good swords as well, and javelins. So I feel like missile-wise, I feel like we got this. This will be a good old battle, so we'll fight it on the battlefield. A nice dry day. We'll be able to look at some of our troops. So let's see what we got here. We got some nice looking spears here. Low armor. They do have a shield. Looks like they've got a small javelin toss. A lot of vanguard deployment capabilities. Not necessarily something we want to take advantage of right now. Let's see. All of that is spears. All the same spears. Let's take a look at these swords. Very similar in design, of course, but rather than having a spear, they do have this short sword or long dagger, whichever one that would be considered. Very useful. Some of these guys have some pretty, well, I thought that was a much longer sword than what it actually was. And then you get over here. My girlfriend says the same thing. And over here we have our slingers. These are light slingers, tier 1. What's their range, I wonder? 180, that's a nice range. We got some javelins over here. That commander looks pretty fucking beefy, I'll give him that. These guys look like pretty good javelins. He is really excited too. He is glad to be here. Where are these javelins at? These guys have vanguard as well. Oh, look at those little javelins. Those are more like Pila. Interesting. And now we have our elite spears. Our tier 3 badasses. Still got a smaller shield. No shield walls or anything like that. Good javelins throw. More of an aggressive type spear. Then we got our swords back here. A much more aggressive unit than these spears. Again, small shields, but some good armor. Then we have our general cav here, looking thick as hell. I like the headdress on that cav. Looks nice. Looks nice. Pretty armored, not too armored. Good spears. Some javelin capability. Let's take a look at our enemy real quick. See what they got going on. They've got a really heavy flank over here. With some nice slingers. Swords. Cavalry. All their cavalry over here. Much lighter than our cavalry. I like that sword though. That man has a nice sword. Both of those guys have nice swords. But much lighter than our cav. Even their general cav looks like it might be lighter than our cav. Maybe. So, let's go ahead and form up and then we'll get into the battle. Now, we will have our reinforcements coming in along here. So what we'll do is we will take these men and we'll form up a nice shield bearers, huh? Let's pull you guys up here. We'll form up our more elite center with our Lusitani nobles, as he called himself. Our general will sit up here. I would like it if I can pull out my other horses that I have coming in to deal with this. We will see. We'll pull our slingers up here. Maybe they'll get some good slinging potential. Our javelins will filter in like this. Maybe we can get a good little section there to throw through.
We'll kill them all.
We'll grab these swords and put them centered Let's grab 2 of these spears right now to hold this flank like that. And we'll get these 2 to hold like this.
Deadly missiles ready.
And we will start the battle. Currently a little bit outnumbered, but with our garrison, that should put it back into our favor. Alright,
Battle ready and
we'll
eager.
bring him up here,
Warriors, move out.
and we will begin adjusting.
We'll kill 'em all.
Gather up the rest of our units here.
Fierce. Spearmen ready for battle.
Alright. So let's go ahead and we will reform our lines. We would kind of more like to come in from here. So we will begin marching up here. Again, we want to walk. We want to keep our troops as fresh as possible.
Lusitani nobles.
Because all of that plays a huge role right now. These men is walking that way, so we'll walk them this way.
Move out. We'll kill
And
'em
we'll
all.
send these men right up over here.
Run, curse you.
Again, we want to walk them. What else do we have for options here? Let's pull these other swords up here.
Iberian swords. Iberian swords.
They are going to be our
Iberian swords.
part of our breakthrough power, most likely.
Get running. Warriors eager for blood.
We will keep these light spears
Warriors move out.
adjusting.
Run, curse you.
Send those 2 out over there.
Warriors eager for blood.
Send those men's right there. Of course, we are attacking.
And eager.
So let's get all of our javelins here. Remember how I was saying I wish there was a symbol that you could use to denote the difference between troops? Well, for me there is. I'm just kind of dumb and didn't pay attention. Pull you guys out that way. All of my professional troops actually have an armor upgrade. I don't really know why, but they do. So there's that way I can tell the difference. General has a rally ability and an inspire on the ship. I don't know why. It'd be better to have an inspire on the ground, but okay. And you're just cavalry with no real advantage, unfortunately. Our city governor, boy, I cannot pick him out. Are you our city governor? Boy, I cannot tell. Usually he's at the front. Our general.
Thanks. I feel so much better now.
Probably this guy.
Horsemen!
Maybe not, though. Who knows? Let's go ahead and grab our cavalry.
Ready for battle!
Send them out over here.
Advance! Forward!
The enemy has shifted into a extremely long battle line with cavalry on the edges. I do like things to be a little bit thicker, personally. We got some of our last elite spearmen.
Veteran shield bearers! Move it!
Making their way up. Enemy cav is pushing probably harder on this flank. So we'll move our cav out down this way. If a cavalry fight does break out, we do have some light spears that can rush up and aid us in that. I think we run our slingers down here too.
Move it!
Let's rotate these spearmen here. Sorry, this battle does seem like it's starting a little bit slower. I just know how brutal this game can be. We can probably use this hill to get most of our units actually in close without having to have them be beaten by all of those swords, or by all those javelins. So what we'll do is we'll take these men and move them here. And let's grab our entire swordsman units, and we'll shift them this way.
We'll kill them all! Get running!
Our main spear line will end up pushing up here to deal with theirs. We are adjusting our swords quickly. They will be a little bit tired when they get here. These men might actually be tired. Then we'll begin our shift.
Battle ready and eager! Forward! Run, curse you! Get running! Move it! Forward! Move it! Horsemen! Advance at speed! Fearless warrior! Move it! Run, curse you! Ready for battle! Battle ready and eager! Warriors, move out!
Spread out our javelins a little bit.
We hunger for blood and battle!
What's your guys' range?
Run, curse you!
We'll just see if we can start sending a couple shots at them. Alright guys, you can kind of see the lines formed up here. I'm moving my skirmishers. Originally I was going to hit their general, but they didn't like that idea, so we changed targets. We do hit some of their light skirmisher cav. You can see moving my slingers into range has kind of set the AI off. I do charge in my general, one of my generals here. I do have a garrison army, so I have 2 generals. Get a little javelin throw off. And the first engagement of the battle is a cav engagement. Another general there to support if need be. I do turn this unit around rather than charging closer to their battle lines. See, their battle line is moving closer to ours, slowly but surely. some magic men in here. Our spears are coming up, light spears to reinforce. They have their own spears moving up. Let's go check out some other parts of the battle. Our slinger's getting some shots off into them. Enemy javelins, it looks like. I actually didn't realize they had javelins. That's really dangerous. No wonder I had so many losses. ... See some cavalry retreating from the back there. They do get into range of our own skirmishing potential from these spears. Down here we got some of our swords fighting in with their spears. These are some of our noble fighters, actually. They will... Ooh, he fell. That's unfortunate. He will be one of a very few number of losses, though, as these are well-equipped, well-trained fighting men. Maybe we can catch some neat animations, but it looks like it's mostly just a back-and-forth stab fest. Oh, he got stabbed in the shoulder. See all throughout here we got some collisions, our cheap infantry against their cheap infantry. Whoa, sorry about that. Our javelin line sending out some volleys. We got our more elite spearmen here ready to hold. Some of them doing some weird sword and shield there. Again, this is another battle that will be going pretty well in our favor. We got some men out here to protect the rear from some of their skirmishing cav. Can see that most of the battle has gone our way. A large portion are routing. We do have a little engagement here. Our spears colliding with theirs out here. Looks like it's mostly cheap units, some light spears against their light spears and swords. Our general unit will be colliding in to help them with this fight pretty soon. See more of the battle happening over there. We get a light toss from javelin before we plow through the enemy units. See a number of them going down here. Looks like we routed that unit. Should get us off of this unit, I believe. More of our men falling back into place. Most of the battle has ended. We can come over here for a second. Our noble fighters have moved in to help our spears. Oh, he just knocked him off that horse with his shield. Oh man, that was brutal. enemy spears are surrounded. Our general is about to engage their general. We'll go ahead and hop out over there and watch that. That fight is going in our favor quite nicely. Just in time to see them charge in. Okay. Nice and slow. Maybe even slow it down some more. I'm gonna assume this... Well, there's actually several men that have plumes. Never mind. We don't know who the fuck our general is. He's in there somewhere, though. Oh, that man had a horse fall on him. You do see our other general is coming to aid in the fight. Don't need info up. The general routes, and that is the battle. Alright guys, let's go back to the campaign map. Back on the campaign map. What do we want to do? I think we'll take on the replenishment here.
Warriors all for the tribe.
Our general got an upgrade. He's also getting a berserker, which will lower enemy morale. Let's go ahead and get that campaign movement range. Get a sweet 12% campaign movement range. What do they have left? 12 units.
Warriors all.
This is an easy auto resolve. We actually have missile superiority, so we'll take a protective stance. Didn't really suffer much for losses. They are dead. We'll take that 5% replenishment. That's an entire army killed.
On the move, lads.
Our army can move up to the edge of our territory, and we'll finish recruiting here. We've got a nice front line. We did need a little bit of cav, so that'll be interesting. We will have a siege battle coming up, so let's get 3 more of those. Got 3 units left. Grab some more skirmishers and a couple units of horse. It'll be 4 turns. We'll recruit here on the edge of our borders. They'll probably get some men up, and then we'll push in. But that'll be it for today's episode, guys. I'm gonna go edit, maybe rewatch this video, and get some cinematics for it, so you guys can have a nice cinematic battle, rather than just me doing all tactical bullshit. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for this episode. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Probably next time we'll be doing some Total War Arena. But you know, alternating between this series and Total War Arena as much as I can. Total War Arena is still the priority, though. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.